A journey into Earth's deep past. You are standing in what looks like a lifeless desert. Red sandstone stretches endlessly across the landscape, baked hard beneath a silent sky. The air is dry, sharp, unmoving. Nothing suggests water. Yet, this land carries a secret buried beneath your feet. Dig downward through the rock layers, through sediments laid down, grain by grain, in an ancient wasteland. Suddenly, the color changes. A thick band of black shale appears, dark, organic, rich with the remains of plants and microorganisms that could only have formed in waterlogged conditions. Below it, the red desert stone returns again, as if nothing happened. That black layer is not an accident. It is a scar in Earth's memory. It marks a moment 234 million years ago, when the driest regions of the planet transformed into swamps and floodplains. For nearly 2 million years straight, this was not a gentle climate shift. It was a planetary breakdown. Rain replaced drought, rivers refused to dry, deserts drowned, and in the chaos, the balance of life on Earth changed forever. This is the story of how fire from deep within the planet reshaped the sky, rewrote climate rules, and unknowingly cleared the path for the rise of the dinosaurs. The world of Pangaea. At the time, Earth looked nothing like it does today. All continents were fused into a single supercontinent known as Pangaea, stretching from pole to pole, and surrounded by one vast ocean called Panthalassa. There were no familiar coastlines, no Atlantic Ocean, no separation between the Americas, Africa, or Asia. The interior of Pangaea lay far from the moderating influence of the sea, with no polar ice caps and higher atmospheric carbon dioxide. Global temperatures were significantly warmer than today. The land baked under an intense sun. Rainfall came in violent seasonal bursts known as mega-monsoons. For part of the year, rivers surged and floodplains bloomed. But once the rains ended, the water vanished, rivers dried, lakes shrank, the land returned to dust. Most rivers were temporary, appearing only during wet seasons. Vegetation clung to life near water sources, while vast regions resembled today's deserts of Arizona or Central Australia. Red rock, sparse plants, and open skies. For millions of years, this rhythm held steady. Life adapted to drought, heat, and unpredictability. The system was harsh but stable. Then, the planet broke that stability apart. Life before dinosaur dominance. Before dinosaurs ruled the land, Earth was already crowded with life adapted to extreme conditions. Plants evolved to survive long, dry seasons. Seed ferns spread underground networks to retain moisture. Conifers formed hardy forests where water persisted. Cycads grew thick, waxy leaves to reduce evaporation. Animals were equally specialized. Large amphibians lived near permanent water, dependent on rivers that appeared and disappeared with the seasons. Dicynodonts, stocky herbivorous reptiles with beaks and tusks, were among the most successful land animals. They traveled in herds, grazing on tough vegetation and migrating with rainfall patterns. Rhynchosaurs, smaller but powerful herbivores, used bone-fused teeth to grind roots and tubers from the soil. Armored etosaurs browsed low plants, protected by heavy bony plates along their backs. Dinosaurs existed, but they were rare, small, lightly built, and often overshadowed. They played only minor roles in these ecosystems. The true apex predators were rauisuchians, massive crocodile-like reptiles capable of running, ambushing, and overpowering nearly anything they encountered. They ruled stable food webs that had changed little for tens of millions of years. Then, stability vanished. When the Earth cracked open. Around 234 million years ago, deep beneath Pangaea, tectonic forces began to tear the crust apart. What would one day become Western Canada and Alaska started to split. The ground fractured into enormous fissures, stretching hundreds of kilometers. From these wounds, magma surged upward. Lava flooded the surface, spreading in thick basaltic sheets that buried entire landscapes. In some regions, lava layers stacked thousands of meters deep. These eruptions did not happen once. They pulsed repeatedly over hundreds of thousands of years. But lava alone was not the true danger. As magma rose, it released vast quantities of gases trapped deep within Earth's mantle. Carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide poured into the atmosphere in staggering amounts. Atmospheric CO2 levels, already high, spiked rapidly. Carbon dioxide traps heat. It allows sunlight in, but prevents heat from escaping back into space. Earth's greenhouse system, normally balanced, was pushed into overdrive. Temperatures rose by several degrees worldwide. Oceans absorbed enormous heat, accelerating evaporation. Water vapor, another powerful greenhouse gas, further intensified warming. The planet entered a feedback loop it could not easily escape. 2 million years of rain. As oceans warmed, evaporation skyrocketed. Moisture flooded the atmosphere. Clouds thickened. Rainfall patterns collapsed. Seasonal mega-monsoons vanished, replaced by persistent, near-continuous rainfall across vast regions of the planet. Rivers stopped drying. Floodplains expanded. Deserts disappeared beneath swamps, lakes, and muddy lowlands. This period is known as the Carnian Pluvial episode. For nearly 2 million years, Earth experienced a fundamentally different climate state. Instead of dry and wet seasons, there were wet seasons, and even wetter ones. Sediments washed into basins, trapping organic material in oxygen-poor environments. That is why black shale appears sandwiched between red desert rock. It records a drowned world. Ecosystems collapsed. Many drought-adapted species failed to survive prolonged flooding. Rauisuchian predators declined. Herbivore populations crashed or fragmented. But for some animals, the chaos created opportunity. Dinosaurs, once marginal, proved adaptable. They diversified, spread rapidly, and filled empty ecological niches. When the rains finally eased and climates stabilized again, dinosaurs were no longer background animals. They had inherited the Earth. Rain that reshaped life. The Carnian Pluvial episode was not just a long, rainy season. It was a planetary reset, triggered by deep Earth processes far beyond the control of life on the surface. Volcanic eruptions changed the atmosphere changed the oceans changed the sky, and the sky changed everything living beneath it. For 2 million years, rain rewrote ecosystems across the globe. It erased deserts, flooded continents, and dismantled food webs that had endured for ages. In the aftermath, evolution accelerated. Dinosaurs did not rise because they were the strongest or most intelligent. They rose because they survived when others could not. Climate instability favored flexibility, fast reproduction, and adaptability, and dinosaurs had all three. That thin black layer of shale, still lies buried beneath deserts today. Silent evidence of a world drowned long before humans existed. It reminds us that Earth's greatest transformations often come not from sudden impacts, but from slow, relentless change. And sometimes, all it takes to reshape life on a planet is rain that never seems to stop.